Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Thursday, July the 30th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address. This is a link to our free room, 100% free. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. The room is open Monday to Friday between 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I share my screen and I'm live on the mic. In the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off either the first month only or the entire year of a Trade Ideas subscription. So, more excitement. Let me go over this Candy, what happened with Candy, KNDI. So, if you were in the trading room yesterday, of course, everybody saw Kodak forever. Let's just bring up Kodak right now. Gotta get the right symbol in. So everybody saw, I shouldn't say everybody, if you didn't see it, I mean, this crazy move from 7 all the way up to 60, it chopped around. Still hanging in there. I mean, it hasn't given it all up. But what happened, though, is that then Candy came out with some news right about here and talking about their electric vehicle, very cheap entry price, etc. And I think what happened is a lot of people from the Kodak trade maybe started piling into this one. Now, it's not a super low float. I mean, 37 million in the float. It's certainly not excessive, but it's certainly not huge. Anyway, what happened is I said in the room, I said, you know what? This could be very, very interesting after hours, everybody. So I would be watching this after hours. Now, I said I'm going on my bike ride, and but I would be back before the market closed just to check to see what it was doing towards the end, and then in after hours. However, what I did do is just before I went on my ride, I took the trade at 7:04. It just looked like it was setting up nicely. I put a dollar stop on it, and then I went on my ride, came back, and joy. It was all the way up to 970, I think, and I sold at 959. And then I watched it. It pulled back. I thought, great. I'm glad I got out at 959. It came back up. And now this is after hours. This is about 4:15 after hours, 15 minutes after the market is closed. And I was watching it. I saw it go back down to 930, came back up. This candle, I got back in at 960. And I held it, and I was watching this thing, great. I wonder what it's going to open tomorrow. And man, it opened. It was still high, and I traded it out at 1802 from 960 that I got in. So I don't often do this. I don't often take any trades after hours. The only reason I took this after hours is because I'd already done this trade. And so I had some experience with it. I rarely take a trade that I haven't traded at all during the day in the after hours. And I also don't usually hold things overnight, but it just seemed to have that feel to it. So, I didn't think I'd get hurt too badly. I was watching it, of course, after hours, and I thought, okay, what's the worst that can happen? Maybe it goes all the way back to where I bought it. But anyway, so that turned out to be just an excellent trade. AVTR. Oh, no, I know what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about our re-entry. It's something that I don't think a lot of people, a couple of things. They're probably not aware that we even have something called re-entries on the AI. I just want to show you, though. You see, I've got a re-entry, and I've done this in a few past videos, but if you're new, I really think, and if you have the AI, I really think you have to add these columns. So you'll notice that I've got the re-entry time, re-entry price, and re-entry stop. So when the AI gets an alert, automatically there is a re-entry price is calculated. Nothing highly scientific. It's just halfway between the re-entry or the entry price, which is 12.12 in this case for Blink, and the stop. So halfway there's 11.37. So halfway between 12.12 and 11.37 is 11.75. So but you'll notice that these ones, there's nothing in the time column. All right. So what has to happen to actually get a trigger, and you'll see, and you'll get you'll get the re-entry price. What has to happen is the stock has to hit the stop at some point during the day. It doesn't necessarily have to be the reason that it exited. For instance, BLKB, if at some point it hit 57.74, even though it's out of the trade now, but it hit 57.74 later on, and then it came back up to 60, you'd get an alert. So to get an alert here, all it has to do is hit the stop price at some point during the day and then come back to the reentry price. So look what happened with Blink. So Blink was like very, very, let me, I want to make sure when I click on the link it shows up. Yeah, okay. So Blink was really erratic at the beginning. You can see there was the alert at 12.12. It actually popped way up here and then it came right back down and got stopped out. Okay. So that was very erratic. But then at 11, whatever it was, 11:32 was the reentry right about here. Actually, it was no, I'm sorry, 1175 right about here. I'm not saying it was smooth sailing, but certainly gave you an opportunity to get back into this trade. Maybe, trade a little bit around all this. But I mean, look what it hit, 1435. So all I'm saying is that I think you really, really have to add these three columns. And it's, to add a column, just right click on any column header, click on columns, and these are in alphabetical order. So there they are, price, stop price, and time. Okay, so I would add those. Now, the other thing that I'm really looking at, and it's not quite acting the way I want it to. I actually took this trade a little bit early. This is AI trade, AVTR, and the alert was at 21.18. So I mean, it was a great trade, 21.18. I didn't take it down here, but why I'm interested in it. And let me just excuse me. I just have to elongate the. Or I have to get onto the daily chart, and you're going to see why I'm interested in it. So this is an all-time high. So they had earnings. Look at this beautiful, beautiful break. So this is, and it had earnings today. Obviously, the reaction good. And this is an all-time high. This was an IPO, I believe, back here. Okay, but it's an all-time high. So this is a classic one that, in theory, depending how it closes. I mean, I don't want to see it, give up all its gains and come down here. But if it can close close to $22, I think this becomes a really, really interesting swing trade possibility. Because, there's obviously no resistance. It's an all-time high. I just don't want to see it, give up a lot of this, a lot of these gains. If that happens, then, I won't be looking at it as a swing. Though what I would do is I would put an alert up around 22.16, which I have already, and maybe tomorrow. I mean, let's just say for argument's sake, it does give up a lot right here, and it moves down here and it closes here. But then tomorrow starts inching up and it takes out that high. Then it becomes a swing possibility. And, what we talk about a lot, sort of a second day earnings continuation play, as well as being a lifetime high. So a very, very strong stock. So that's kind of my plan. I was kind of hoping it would rest up here a little bit longer and then put in a nice big pop, but it may not do that. All right, everybody, I do want to get back into the trading room, so I'm going to bring back the capture program. And if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. This is a link for the free room. I will open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I hope to see you there. Bye-bye.